Ever catch yourself blasting a tune that's got that unbreakable grip on your eardrums? The kind where every line feels like a middle finger to the man? Yeah, that's Fight for Your Right by the Beastie Boys smacking you upside the head. A track that's outlived its own era, like a cockroach in a nuclear blast. But here's the sneaky bit. Beneath all that raucous yelling about partying till dawn, there's a twisted tale of irony gone wrong. A parody that fooled the world into fist-pumping unironically. Stick around, because we're peeling back the layers on how 3 wisecracking New York punks accidentally birthed an anthem for the very idiots they were mocking. Let's rewind to the mid-80s, when the Beastie Boys, Adam MCA Yauk, Mike D. Diamond, and Adam Ad Rock Horowitz were still shaking off their hardcore punk roots like a dog after a bath. The ignition point for Fight for Your Right sparks from a casual jam session with their buddy Tommy Triphammer Cushman. Picture this. They're scribbling lyrics on napkins, probably over greasy pizza, and in just 5 minutes they've cranked out this beast. It was meant to be a straight-up spoof, taking the piss out of those brain-dead party anthems like Motley Crue's Smokin' in the Boys' Room, or Twisted Sister's I Wanna Rock. You know, the ones where dudes whine about authority cramping their style. The boys figured, why not amp it up to absurd levels? So they throw in lines like, your mum busted in and said, "What's that noise?" Which is basically every teenager's nightmare distilled into a rhyme. But the root of it? It's a satirical jab at frat-boy entitlement, those khaki-wearing chumps who think skipping class and chugging brews is the height of rebellion. Little did they know, the joke would be on them. Now, enter Rick Rubin, the bearded wizard behind Def Jam, who's producing their debut album, License to Ill. Rubin's like the mad scientist in this saga, tweaking the track without the band's full buy-in. Originally, it had these electronic drum loops, all hip-hop sleek, but Rubin sneaks in big fat rock drums, boom crash, like a monster truck rally in your headphones. The boys wake up to it and think, what the hell? But it sticks, blending rap with hard rock in a way that makes white kids feel cool nodding along to beats. The album drops in '86, and suddenly the Beasties are the poster boys for this hybrid sound, crossing over from underground to MTV darlings. Launch drama? Oh, it's thick. The single hits in December, backed by Paul Revere, but the real fireworks come with the music video. Directed by Rick Manello and Adam Dubin, it's a chaotic fever dream. 2 nerdy kids throw a house party, the Beasties crash it, and everything descends into pie-flinging madness. We're talking girls in lingerie, furniture smashing, punch bowls spiked, pure anarchy. Fun fact, that whipped cream for the pie fight? Scavenged from trash cans, reeking like rotten eggs. The set stank so bad it could have cleared a room faster than a bad cover band. Cameos galore, Tabitha Soren as a blonde bombshell, Ricky Powell snapping pics, even Rubin in his Slayer tee. It's the video that sealed the song's fate, turning it into a visual riot that screamed, "Party like there's no tomorrow," or consequences. But Ascent to legend? That's where the irony bites back hard. The track climbs to number 7 on the Billboard Hot 100 in March '87, their only top 10 hit ever. Fans eat it up, chanting, "You gotta fight for your right to party," at shows like it's a battle cry. Except the Beasties are cringing backstage. MCA later admits it reinforced the very macho BS they were lampooning, guys in the crowd yelling it while groping girls or starting fights. What if they'd made it clearer, like adding a verse about waking up in jail with a tattoo of regret? Nah, too on the nose. Instead, they pivot hard after touring, ditching the booze-hound image for a weed-infused vibe, alienating the frat pack who thought this was their life soundtrack. Mike D quips it might have taught oblivious dudes bad habits like, "Thanks, Beasties. Now I've got a restraining order from my own mom." The song's phrases burrow into pop culture. Kick it becomes slang for starting trouble. Your pop caught you smoking and he said no way. A shorthand for parental smackdowns. Origins. Pulled from real teen gripes, but exaggerated to parody, think every 80s movie where the kid flips off the principal. Yet, it lands on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame's 500 songs that shaped rock, right next to actual revolutionaries. Go figure. Fast forward to the enduring impact, and this track's like that ex you can't shake, always popping up in the weirdest places. It's on every 80s playlist, featured in VH1's Greatest Songs of the 80s at number 49, NME's all-time list at 166. Covers? A German hip house group, NYCC, turns it into a Eurodance banger in '98, hitting top 20 across Europe, even going gold in Australia. Coldplay strips it acoustic in 2009 as a nod to Jauch, then again in 2012 after his passing. Imagine Chris Martin warbling "Fight for Your Right" like it's a lullaby. Quirky aftermath gets wilder. Kansas City Chiefs adopt it as their touchdown anthem after Travis Kelce belts it post-Super Bowl Live in 2020, chanting it through parades like victorious Vikings. They've kept it for wins ever since, turning a satire into a sports war cry. What if the Beasties had sued for irony infringement? Nah, they'd probably laugh. Then there's the 2011 short film, Fight for Your Right Revisited, directed by Jauch himself for their album Hot Sauce Committee Part 2. It's a surreal sequel. Seth Rogen, Elijah Wood, and Danny McBride play the boys, stumbling out of the original party into a time-warped street brawl with future versions of themselves. Will Ferrell, John C. Reilly, Jack Black as the older Beasties. Dance-offs, pissing contests, literally, celebrity pile-on with Susan Sarandon as a mum figure, Stanley Tucci as a dad. It's absurd, star-studded chaos, clocking 30 minutes but feeling like a fever dream. Obscure nugget, the Beastie acronym. Boys entering anarchistic states towards inner excellence. Try saying that after a few beers. And that video stench? Led to on-set gagging, but hey, suffering for art. The ripple effects? This song cracked open the door for rap rock crossovers, paving the way for Limp Bizkit tantrums and Kid Rock's whatever that was. But culturally, it's a mirror to 80s excess. Greed is good, party harder, ignore the hangover. Satirical swipes aside, the Beasties' genius shines in flipping the script, making us question if we're the joke. Ever wonder what if they'd kept the electronic drums? Probably gathering dust in a bargain bin. Instead, it's eternal, blasting from dorm rooms to stadiums, reminding us that sometimes the best rebellion is laughing at the rebels. All right, vault dwellers, if this wild ride through Beastie lore had you chuckling or headbanging, smash that like button like it's a pie in a nerd's face, subscribe for more unfiltered rock tales, and drop a comment. What's your most ridiculous party foul? Until next time, keep fighting for your right to whatever floats your boat. Peace out.